G'day everyone, Turbo Tristan here. This is episode 4 of the Ronda race car project. Everyone's here on time, on deck, and they're all working hard already. I've just come out, so we're going to get in. We've got heaps of work to do. The guys are going to race the car on Saturday. It's now Thursday. Stick around and I'll show you what we're going to put into the car now. We've already taken everything out. What's going back in? Okay, so today's plan is the battery is going into the boot. So we've got to remove this tray down here, make the air intake, go down into the guard. Chris is on the Denso Iridium plugs. He's taken out the old ones. We don't know how long they've been in there, but probably a long time. So we're going to slam in some Denso Iridiums. I've put these in the CU2 Accord and runs like a dream. Already you can definitely notice the difference. We have a RACEWORKS bulkhead fitting for the battery relocation. We've got some stainless bits and pieces for the catch can and some anodized RACEWORKS fittings. We've got a battery isolator switch here as well, also from RACEWORKS. We had some fluoro toe straps as well, which we've got to put on at some stage, maybe not today. Went down to Burson Auto Parts and got all of the cable and battery terminals. I've started to make some earth leads for the battery, so that's pretty good. We've got to put the bumper on, which we're just going to use these little rubber doodads because we don't have any of these clips here for the bumper. And we're going to use RACEWORKS alloy bends for the air intake. We've got a whole bunch to choose from, 90s and 45s. We've got a cable kit for the battery as well. And we've got something that I'm very excited about, which is a new tool, a RACEWORKS bead roller for the pipe, so we can put the hose clamps on and it's not going to fall off mid-race. This is the old scummy one. It's a bit cracked there, so we're going to chuck that in the bin. And we're going to use this rod here to make some hangers for the exhaust. So we've got a lot of work to do. Also, shout out to PROTEX. We are going to put a new clutch slave and clutch master on the car. And then we've got a radiator to stick in, and we're going to try and get all of that done tonight. And everyone's all over the car. It's a bit of a mess tonight, so everyone's going ham on this thing to try and get it ready for the weekend. What are you doing in there, Josh?
Just getting rid of the battery box. Put a couple of pilot holes in.
And we got that from Federal Batteries. That is for the battery, and it's specially cut out so it's going to sit in there. Nice and low, bit of weight distribution. And we've got Josh and Stig sorting that out. Cut twice, measure once. Josh, remember that?
Measure, what's that?
Measuring.
Measure.
Measuring stick. Did you bring your measuring stick?
Estimations, mate. It's all in it.
What are you lost, Chris?
I'm trying to find where the spark plug socket goes back.
In with all the other sockets?
Where, in here? Just in here?
Yep.
Okay.
Very, very organised here with my chicane toolbox. All right, so while they're all around the corner working like mad, I'm just doing the nice easy part for once, which is making the air intake. I've got this RACEWORKS bead roller, makes light work of putting a really nice cool bead on the end of there. Basically stick it in, clamp it down, and turn the handle, and then you're all good to go. Let's go stick this bad boy in. Check this out. We've got the 2.5 inch up to a 3 inch. That's going to go in there like so. Okay, so we've bead rolled the pipe and we've got that sitting on there like that. And there's a RACEWORKS silicon joiner there, 3 inch. 3 inch down to 2.5. It was a bit of a tight squeeze. I've taken another 45, chopped that down, bead rolled that as well. Now the piece de resistance, Italian BMC filter. This one just a standard 3 inch cone, but BMC carbon fiber. That's real carbon fiber there on the end, so that's how you know it's a race car. And we've got the all important clamps. I'm going to clamp that on, stick that in. I don't think I've got hose clamps for the rest of the intake, so I'm going to have to pick some of those up before race day. But we'll get it all mocked up now. And I've got to stick in the air intake temp sensor, IAT, and I might have to extend some wires. So we'll see how we go with that. What do you got there, John?
New clutch master
From PROTEX.
Yep.
One of these bad boys.
What I'm surprised with comes with a gasket as well. So new
Nice.
foam gasket for the firewall.
It's actually better than the
New
factory
fittings.
gasket. Look at that.
Yeah, it is. These are the proper foam ones.
Yeah, nice.
So that'll make sure we get no water in on the floor.
Yeah, awesome. Get rid of the old one, in with the new. Off he goes, look at that. All right, so I'm short a couple of hose clamps. So we've got the BMC carbon fiber filter on there, through the guard, out of the engine bay. I just need to take this air intake temp sensor. There's 2 wires, I'm going to extend those, drill in there and put a grommet and then press it in, nice and simple. All right, what have you been doing around the back here, Stig?
All right, so the battery tray is all in. We've put some washers on the outside here just to keep this so that it's flat the whole way through.
Yep.
It's pulled up perfectly on the floor, which I'm really happy with. Got plenty of support here. One thing I did notice is with the Optima battery, it is directional. So to lock in, it can only go one way.
Yep.
Sits there. Really secure.
Yep, not going anywhere.
Not going anywhere. And even at finger tight, which I thought was pretty good actually, is the rigidity of it. Just amazing.
Is the master all the
wow.
way in there, Chris?
All right, we've got to stick some lines in now. I've got a earth lead already made up. Hopefully we got it somewhere to anchor it. So here's one I prepared earlier. Just going to stick that on there, tighten that down. Look at that, we can even use that bolt hole to earth that out. Robert's your father's brother. All right, so a lot's happened since I last picked up the camera. We've had dinner, we've been drinking, everyone's been working. We've got the radiator in. I've actually mounted a catch can, which is also from RACEWORKS. Stainless filter, breather, -10 straight off the rocker cover. I had to extend the line here for the temp sensor. Doesn't quite fit snug, but it'll do the job. Brand new radiators in. We got that from Burson, just off the shelf, a new factory one. The air intake is all sorted. I've blocked up a couple of these breathers and I just need to get one more fitting for down there, which is a M14 by 1.5 thread to a -10, and then that'll be the other breather for the crankcase. Denso plugs are done. We've ran the battery into the boot. Everything's all snugged up out of the way. I've also ran an extra earth lead down here. If the car has trouble starting, which I don't think it will because there's plenty of other earths everywhere, I'll just add another couple of earths, something that I've learnt. Check out the carbon fiber down here on the BMC air filter. That is sick, definitely my favorite part so far. A 45 and a 45 and a 45 all the way straight in, 3-inch down to the throttle body. Polishing a turd, definitely. So just like all the other videos, it's easy to walk around it and go over everything that we've done when there's not a million people hanging off the car. But here it is. We've actually spent some time and put some stickers on it. Stig came back today. We've had the car wheel aligned down at Petter's Dandenong. They looked after us. We've stuck a whole bunch of stickers on there. Every sticker is worth at least 5 kilowatts. Got to thank our major contributors: RACEWORKS, CRC, BMC air filters, MAXPEEDINGRODS. We ran out of stickers from PROTEX. We'll have to get some of those on there. Definitely put a lot of PROTEX stickers on there. And if we can, we'll get some stickers from EXO exhausts and throw on there as well. So let's recap what we've done to the car. So firstly, we had Stig over here in the back fit up our Optima battery. This one is super high performance. We've put the lines all the way from the front of the car into the boot, earth lines, solid mounted that to the floor. That's not going anywhere. Couple of racing stickers there for the toe. RACEWORKS again, and we've put a sticker on the boot to show us where the battery's located, just in case it ends up on its lid. RACEWORKS sticker. We've changed from the S2000 wheels to the factory wheels with some hectic drift wheel nuts. We've got a Type R gear knob in there and fully stripped out the entire car. Had to rep the SPOOLUP stickers as well. They're on there, and T7 design. As we go along, we might add some T7 design parts to this, so I couldn't help myself. Had to advertise the brands. CRC, we couldn't get all those rusty bolts off without you. And BMC air filters. Around here you can see we've done the cold air intake. By relocating the battery into the boot, we've freed up all of this space here, and there was actually already a hole there. So straight out 45-45 coupler, and then in here we've got the BMC carbon filter, sucking in all the cold air from just down here. John made these modifications to these little plastic grill covers, so all the air's going right in there. New Denso plugs inside there, new oil, new belt, and we've got the RACEWORKS catch can. So fitting down here, dash 10 into the RACEWORKS catch can, and then straight out of the rocker cover into the catch can. The handling is all courtesy of MAXPEEDINGRODS. Here they are here. And we've got their new generation coilovers in the car. And lastly, the thing you're not gonna see much of, but you're definitely gonna hear it, is the 3-inch straight through exhaust all the way down there. That was from EXO exhausts, and it's just a really cool, satisfying bit of gear. We use the MIG, so it's not pretty worlds, but it's a budget race car. We even had to improvise and use some stainless steel rod from Bunnings to make some brackets to hold the exhaust up. So that's going to be a bit of trial and error. We might have to muck around with those later, see how it goes. It does get pretty low there, so we might have to do some modifications later on, but the rest of it is tucked up nice and high and out of the road. But that's going to be it for this episode. Tomorrow, all the guys are going to the racetrack for a bit of support. Josh is actually going to be driving it, and we're going to see how he goes, because he tells us he hasn't driven a manual in many years. This is going to be his initiation straight into the 6-speed K24 powered budget enduro car. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share it, and spool up, bring the boost, and we'll see you in the next one.